biggest surprise of last year was that we went in truly as the underdogs. Pre-season rankings, coaches within the CAA had put us at second last. I think we were the only team in the country that was able to score 4 goals against Duke all year. So that was, I think, a stepping stone for us. When the girls walked off, it was like, we can do this. We can certainly take, if we can take Duke on, who's going to finish top 4, we can take on anybody within conference and, and within our 20-game season. When Delaware came into town and we took them into overtime, that certainly sent a message out to everybody else in conference that, William & Mary are here. But at the end of it, when the girls walked away, they sort of all looked at each other and said, we can do this. We can play these top teams just like Delaware. So I was excited from the hockey point of view, the academic side of it. Within season, the girls held a 3.25. We had Olivia taking 5 Beta Kappa. As a coaching staff, we certainly couldn't ask for any more from our girls on and off the field. So as you said, it was a strong season for us, but an exciting one because we know we can do better. We'll actually have 4 goalkeepers on the squad. It's been a long time since we've had 4 goalkeepers. With Morgan Connor doing very well and stepping up as our freshman last year, doing very well. I think once she got over the initial shock that she was going to have to play with Meredith Clay being injured, she did very well, and with every game she got stronger. We're definitely excited about Meredith Clay. Her recovery coming back is on target, so we're fingers crossed that we will get Meredith Clay into Cage this year healthy at 100%. And then with Jessica Wiggins, Jessica was a pure walk-on. With Meredith going down early within season, I went recruiting on campus with our club team, and Jessica was a young girl who is a Williamsburg girl. She has just been an absolute blessing to our team. She has enjoyed the ride, and I think that has been a huge part for our team to see this young walk-on just appreciate practice every day, and I think it's suddenly made them realise how lucky they were to be given this opportunity at William & Mary, and Wiggs is their reminder every day to not take it for granted and just really appreciate it. And then with Megan Nemechek coming in, a young freshman from Maryland, she's definitely coming in guns raring, and she's a spitfire. She's an absolute spitfire. I'm excited. I think she's going to push the other 3 along, which is going to be a healthy, competitive environment. Will make my job harder to decide which goalkeepers will be dressing each game, but hopefully healthy competition is going to better our defence. We certainly get a lot of energy from Buddha Ellis. She's our loud one. She's the one that brings the energy to the field. But then, with our stability, we have a couple of young returning players. You've got Christy Vanderkamp, you've got Cassidy Goodwin, but even with experience with, Caitlin Rennison and Catherine Hole, even though they might not have had much playing time in the last couple of years, what they bring to the table is I have depth. I have depth in my defence this year that I can sub anybody in for anybody, and we shouldn't see a difference in our system. So that's the exciting part, that everybody is going to back each other up, whether it's for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, and I think that's going to be the difference in this team. Erin Mangus, she leads by example. Her energy, her combinations with Estelle Hughes, throwing in the young blood of Annie Sneed. I think it is really hard to pick out any particular player in our midfield, because the system that we play, we truly rely on communication amongst our players, and I think that's the hardest part about playing William & Mary, is it's like, who do you mark? If you want to take out an Estelle Hughes, you want to take out an Erin Mangus, it's okay because somebody in the backfield's going to step up and help them out. So the exciting part about our midfield is that we have the experience and the depth that we could play any system we want to, enable us to get more into attack. We're starting to increase the amount of shots that we're taking from the top of the circle, which is freeing up our forwards for the scrappy stuff in front of the cage. So if anything that I'm excited about our midfield this year is that we are going to see more goals from them and create more opportunities for our forwards to score. Our forward line brings experience. Cami Lloyd is that player who thrives on scoring and leading the team from up front. So for Cami, I think it's going to be harder for anybody to mark her out in the field, which is a plus for us because the more goals that we can score up front, obviously that just pumps up the rest of the team. With Emma McLeod coming back from lacrosse, Em with her speed, with her and Catalina Days, the speed that we present up front, I'm hoping is going to cause some dangerous situations for the opposition. But then we also have the other forwards who are willing to sacrifice their bodies. Jenny McCann, Helena Tomlinson, or better known as Tommy, these are the girls that will throw their body on the turf to put the ball in the back of the net. So they're hungry. It'll be an exciting year for all our forwards up front. Our freshman class this year is very small. We've got, as I said, Megan Mamachek starting in the backfield as one of our 4 goalkeepers. We have Ella Donahue, who is a local Richmond girl, very familiar with a lot of the William and Mary players already due to either going to school or playing club with them. Then we have our 2 overseas girls. We have Caitlin McLean, who's coming in from England. Very excited. The talent that I've seen on film from Caitlin and speaking to her coaches, I think that Caitlin is going to add a little bit more depth in our midfield, which will mean that we won't lose speed through our subs. And then finishing with Melanie Streak, young lady up front. Melanie, I'm hoping will create some opportunities on some penalty corners for us and some finishing touches in that area. I like to challenge the team, whether it's at practice every day or with the schedule that we have. So, the first half of the season we'll be looking to improve every game, and hopefully that includes a lot of wins. I would really love to get this team ranked up into the top 15 in the nation before we go into conference, because I think that will give us an air of confidence that we need going into conference, but it will also give us an opportunity that it will take the pressure off conference. So if we can create our own destiny and get our rankings up there in the top 15, I think then anything is possible with this team. It's just a passion that we have for each other. And it's great competition. We love playing conference. So it brings the best out of William and Mary, it brings the best out of all the conference teams. So I don't think you can write anybody off in conference, and I think we've all started to realise that, and it definitely is a hard task to rank people in pre-polls, the same as trying to pick who's going to be all-stars throughout the season. I truly believe that anybody can be beaten on any day. So, when we step on the field to play a conference team or a non-conference team, I go in to win, and I'm sure all our conference coaches do. But yes, Delaware is going to be riding high, and I'm sure with the seniors that he's lost, he's going to replace them with, just the same caliber of players that he's had this year. So we're waiting for the challenge. We love it. I think just watching a group of young ladies come to practice each day and just thriving for one goal, and that's to win as many games as we can, do it with an air of excellence and do it the right way as a team and not just waiting for one person to jump out and be that superstar. So I think if we do it with excitement and we do it with pride, then I think we'll get the job done.